sanitizer, you can kill 99.9% of bacteria and cold and flu viruses, including coronavirus, helping reduce the spread to your home and your family this winter. Help stop the spread with Dettol. Coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. Use disinfectant safely. Always read the label and product information before use.
Let's beat loneliness. Add someone back into your life you've lost touch with.
Is that you, Jimmy? Oh my god, yeah. That's
mention the hotel name. It's a large hotel in London, and they said, sorry, we don't need the cars anymore to bring. There's no Christmas dinner, being served at the restaurant, and I mean, just hotel work, just all the airport journeys you were doing. I mean, our drivers.
Presumably during the first lockdown, it was virtually dead, wasn't it? In the minicab trade, it was dead, and that's what we're going back to.
We are going back to that. We were just picking up again. I think the drivers, don't forget, they feed their families. It costs a fortune to be on a road anyway, and the Mayor of London just absolutely, I just feel, does not like minicab drivers. I mean, I'm probably not the best, there's lots more vocal people than me in the minicab trade, but, they've just crucified us. They really have, especially like my business. We're a small, medium to small family business. It's beyond depressing how hard we have worked. We've had to deal with Uber. I know I don't want to go onto that side, but we're still just getting on with it, and this year has just been awful, and now this, and also the congestion.
Is the business support there for your business? Now that things are going to be so tough, can the Chancellor do more for you?
Well, he can take away the congestion charge that he introduced for the drivers, 7 days a week. I mean, that's just, drivers spend, not a lot of credit goes towards drivers, and they spend a fortune to be on the road with their insurance, etc., with the competition that Uber introduced, which is fine, we're not against competition, it's not great, but now these drivers are all out. I've got all my drivers out, they're all working, and now they're going to have nowhere to go. I mean,
I feel for their families. I feel for their families over this period. Natasha and Croucher, thank you so much for calling in. Rosie in Greenwich. Rosie.
Hiya. How
Hi.
are you doing?
I'm very well. Rosie, how are you doing?
I'm just so confused, to be honest. Like, I was in a taxi on my way home, and then I'm listening to LBC about everything that's going on. It's just really, really bizarre. Like, I'm a single person, I live alone. I don't know if I come under vulnerable, because I know that Boris is talking about, you can still go and visit your bubble if you have mental health issues and things like that.
What did you do in the first lockdown? Because it's very similar. What did you do?
In the first lockdown, I stayed at home because I was absolutely terrified. Like, there was all of this scaremongering about, like, the army was going to come and all of this stuff, and it was just the unknown. But then, so I just stayed at home. My mental health deteriorated. I'm now on stronger medication. It was really, really tough. And then when the measures lifted, and I think when I began to realise that actually the government has no idea what they're doing, that's when I just got in my car, went to see my aunt, went to my aunt's house, went home. I started branching out a bit. So I just don't know what's going to happen. Like, it's kind of this before it didn't exist, now it does, and then this new strain of corona. Does that mean that the current vaccine is now, not going to work? It's just a whole load of unknown. But I mean, I'm meant to be going on the train tomorrow to Norfolk, which is tier 2, and for me,
I don't think you can do that now.
And that's the thing. But if you're, if my support bubble is in Norfolk, and I've had a coronavirus test, I haven't got corona, I can wear a mask, I can do all of the things, sit by myself, just get on that train, go to Norfolk, and come back a few days later. When I don't really know, is there going to be a train to get back in the first place? I know essential travel and stuff like that for work, you can do it, but it's just like, do I go? Like, am I going to get stopped and get a fine, or I just don't know.
Rosie, I'm afraid with breaking news, I hope that the government put the rules up pretty soon so that people can work out what they can and can't do, but it sounds to me like you're not going to be able to make that trip into Norfolk as a result of the decisions that have been made, because the message from the government is keep it local, stay local, don't travel unless you really need to. Thank you so much for calling in, Rosie. All my love to you, because it's going to be really tough, particularly for people who are on their own over Christmas. Very, very tough on your mental health. After the news, we'll be heading to travel ban has been announced between Scotland and the rest of the UK. We'll be joined by our reporter in Glasgow. You're listening to David Lammy on LBC, and the time now is 6:45.
Coming up at 7 on LBC, Natasha Devon.
The Prime Minister has cancelled Christmas just 4 days after declaring it would have been inhuman to do so. I'll be taking your reactions from 7.
Natasha Devon on LBC. After this year, Tesco says there is no naughty list, so everyone deserves a great Christmas. Go ahead then and enjoy all the trimmings across selected festive veg like fresh sprouts, carrots and parsnips for just 19p per pack. See, they've all been nicely chopped. Tesco, every little helps.
Majority of larger stores excludes Express since 26th of December.
Yeah, just drop me an email and I'll send you a quote. Sure, it's Presley_, not like a dashboard law, yeah. The plumber, 1, 2, 3, not just the numbers. Okay, Presley, P-R-E-S.
Is your business's email address hard for customers to remember? A custom email address with its own .com domain name, like hello@presleysPlumbing.com, can help make it memorable for customers. It's just another reason to enter the world of .com domain names. Find your .com domain name today at don'tbewithout.com.
We're by the side of a range of